Hello, my name is Ashley, this is Faithful Rattos, and welcome or welcome back. So, in today's video, I am going to be setting up the boys' cage. So, I emptied it out yesterday and cleaned the trays and put fresh hammocks in. So it's really only setting it up, and I think this will make it a little bit easier because I did want to film a clean with me cage, which is not really cleaning because I'm not really having to clean anything, but like a set up my rat's cage with me sort of video. But I do find them really stressful, so I thought doing part of it beforehand might help me out. Also, I have this thing, I think it's my ADHD, that when I have a plan to do something, even if it's like makes sense to do it at a different time because of logistics or whatever, sometimes my brain just tells me I need to do it. So that's what happened last night when I emptied this cage. I originally was supposed to do it in the morning, and when I woke up I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't do it, and my body was like, you were supposed to do it, so I had to do it. My body didn't feel like it had a choice, so that's what I did. So we just have to set it up, and yeah, I'm gonna show you what we're working with. So we've got the wheel that does need to be cleaned. It's not as dirty as the girls make it, but that does need to be cleaned, especially the outside. Then also need to do that litter tray as well, that one. And there's a couple of things in here that I keep in here because I don't feel like they need to be cleaned as often, so I'm gonna wipe those down. Didn't feel like I needed to take them out or anything. Obviously this has been cleaned already yesterday, and they haven't been in here, they've been in a hamster cage all night. Hello, so I'm going to show you the things that I have to put in the cage, and we'll see how it goes. So I've got this basket. I think I originally got it from Emmy. I think she got it from like a garden centre or something. Then, that's going to just keep moving, isn't it? Then I have this like wicker, I think it's supposed to be like a bendy bridge, but I use it the other way as like a place to sleep. I've got this branch. No idea what type of wood it is anymore, but I got it probably, I think, from Adam's uncle's garden. Then I have this Java branch, like a kind of small one. And here's a second one. I love me a good Java branch. They can be expensive, but they're definitely worth it. I have some tie holders. Those are the IKEA compliments. I have this cool little thing, which is from Heartrat Creations. It used to have leaves on it, but they've been nibbled off, but I do like it. It adds a bit of instability into the cage, which is good to keep their agility up. Then I've got these two ropes, just standard ropes. These have like 3 points of contact if you wanted. Then I've got this burger chew toy, which I had in Grover and Kiryu's cage back when we were sort of waiting for the neuters and everything, and it's not really that chewed, so I'm going to put that in. Then I've got this wine rack that I want to use. This is probably the hardest thing to put in, so I'm probably going to put that in first. I've got this little perch, which I generally put on top to help them get in and out of the cage to go up for their like medicine and wait up baby. I've got another just standard like wooden perch. I think this is from like Northern Parrots or something like that. I think I probably bought this from Jolly's. They have that. And then I have this, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's hexagons and it's got like wire in it. I don't know what to call it. I think this is also supposed to be a bird toy situation, but obviously it's great for the rats. And then the last thing is this rope situation, which is from Emmy's store, Boggle Buddies. She did send me this one for free because it has some fraying on it that it came with. So I do recommend this, and obviously they won't all have fraying on it. So yeah, this is the stuff that I'm going to put in the cage. So we have the top of the cage here. I can't really open that other door because of how I've attached things. So this is the view I'm going to be able to show you. So we have their tray with their burrow and their litter tray and a hammock. We've got the hanging basket that I've got to add hay in. That was probably from a garden centre. Then that rope covered tunnel is from Rustic Ratties, I believe, but I don't think they make stuff anymore. Then we have this lovely big hammock, like that's Hessian, like a full breaker type hammock. I think that's either from Cozy Beds and Burrows or Ratty's Angels, I'm not too sure. On the door we've got a little Cozy Beds and Burrows and a large Cozy Beds and Burrows. The things on the door are mainly to help them get in and out of the cage and climb on top like that. And then in the middle, let's have a look. So we have the rope and this coconut foraging toy. I put the wine rack at the back, and they've got this little hammock perch. I can't remember the name of the shop for this, but I'll try to remember and put it on the screen. And we've got this little 3D printed foraging toy, which is from Critter Happy Homes. We've got the compliment tie holders and obviously their Tic Tac wheel and their crock bowls, some different sort of branches up there. And that net is also from Rustic Ratties, I do believe. And at the bottom, let's take a look. So here at the bottom, we've got quite a few Java branches going on. They've got a litter tray at the back that I've stacked, so it should be easier just to take out the top one and not have to faff. And yeah, so that is the cage setup. Hi, so I decided to make this into a little vlog, as I didn't get that much footage from cleaning the cage, but whilst it's nice and it's not too hot and it's like the evening time, I thought I would show you our tiny little garden we have on our balcony and some of the pots that we have some of our rats buried in, because I thought it might be nice to see, because I don't think I've shown this ever on my channel or properly. Like I might have posted a couple of stories about it, but never anything like specific. So we have this hanging plant that this was actually a bird feeder that we used to hang here, but after having many issues with the neighbours, we're postponing that, which is really sad to say. So we have some pots going on here. So in this one at the back, we have Sinner, Lacquer, Maccabee and Osiris, and planted in there are some like wild seeds, so like the native plants of the area. There's some really cool things growing in there from those native packs. I think I've still got them in the kitchen, so I'll show you. And also just some grasses. They are also sort of daffodil, I always get those two mixed up, bulbs in there as well that spring every year, which is really nice. And then in this pot we have Ezio, Tushy, Roz and Temple, and also a baby magpie that we found are buried in here. So we've got this daisy plant that is blooming for the second time this year, and some wild grasses as well. I did also plant some miscellaneous bulbs in here, but they haven't grown, so I don't know what's going on with that. Then in this pot is Remy and Aldwin, and then at the bottom Plum is in this pot. When I dug up the bones before, he was down there at the bottom and he wasn't very decomposed. It was too wet, so he's still in there, and eventually I would like to make something from his bones because he was a very special rat, and those are his ears on my arm. This plant, I don't know what it's called. Let's see. Ceanthus bush, I don't know. It had blue flowers like this picture shows originally, so that is in there. And then in this pot is a dead wild rat that I actually found over there, and I think it was poisoned. I named him Casper, and he's buried in this pot. This is a potato plant. I don't know how it grew because I didn't put any potatoes in there, but that is a potato plant, and I'm not planning to put anything in there that I'm going to sort of touch, because obviously I'm not sure how that wild rat died. And on this side we've got this mint that actually started out as a thing for the rats, but has grown so crazy over the past couple of years. It's just remained outside. I actually just picked a bunch of mint for the rats and gave it to them. But yeah, so that's mint. Then we've got this grass patch that's looking a bit dead because of the recent weather. There is a nice rapeseed plant there. We did cut this down and we do see some new shoots, so it should be okay. And we've got like an insect corner. And then in this pot here, I did get this yellow one in like a sunflower kit. Some of those wild seeds that I mentioned I put in here, and this is a lovely cornflower plant that, as you can see, has done a load of blooms and still has quite a few left to bloom. So yeah, that's the plants on the balcony. Oh, and of course, water bowl that Rat Dad cleans every day for anything that needs it. Birds, insects, you name it. We get a bunch of different insects over here. And the woods are really close by, as you can see, just over there. And so we get loads of like interesting insects come in as well. I'll try to remember to add in, we've had some really cool moths recently. We've had some really cool moths recently come in. But that patch over there that they've just built, the things are growing really nicely. So, I thought I would show you the different ways that I give my rats medicine. As you can see, I've got a bunch of rats that are on medication. So the first medication that one of my rats is on is this Metacam, and this is for Mimi or Sashimi. As I said in my updates video, she is on a pain medicine trial to see if that will stop her barbering that she's doing. So she gets some of this. This is a pain relief. This is a type of pain relief that is anti-inflammatory, and they're called NSAIDs. So this stands for non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medication. I don't know what the D is, but anyway. So she is on this, and most of the time she will take it straight out the syringe. So I'm going to show you that. Mimi! Come on then! There we go. All done. Then the next rat who is on medication is Chetney, and he gets this one, which is called Pimabendan, for his arrhythmia. And I'm turning it this way because it's got my address on it. And he is on this one, which is called Semintra. This is for his kidneys, as they are not doing too well, given that he's an old man. He gets this one once a day and this one twice a day. So I'm just going to draw up the syringe for those two. So this one is just a regular. He gets a really, really small amount of this. This is just a regular 1mm syringe, and the bottle of Semintra actually has a special cap. I don't know whether you can see that, and this just fits neatly into here, and you can pull the medicine. I usually do that twice just to get rid of the air bubble, and then push down for how much he needs. Now both of these medications are apparently really tasty, so he really, really loves them. Chetters! Chetters! He will like. Come on then. This one apparently, that's the Pimabendan. Apparently it tastes like chicken, and he loves it. What about this one? Oh. Ah! He's taken the syringe off me. There we go. He tried to take those. That's how much he loves them. So then we also have Stendar, who is in heart failure, and just because of the amount of medicine that he has, I mix his with Weighted Baby and a little bit of Licky Licks. So this medication is Fruzol. I'm also giving him Doxy just to cover in case he does have any respiratory infection going on. So he gets that as well. And then he also gets a bit of the Pimobendan too. And that is quite a lot of medication. So I will get a pinch of Weighted Baby, maybe a couple of pinches, to make sure it gets all absorbed in. And then some Licky Licks, just to mask any nasty tastes going on. And I mix it up, like so. There we go. Now he absolutely loves this concoction, but with everybody else around him, sometimes it can be quite difficult. There we go. He's even falling off that perch because of how excited he was. And as you can see, he's just, oh, completely licking that clean. Falling on his back because of how excited. Toast, you don't need any help. And then we have Cheeky's medicine. So she is on Clovaceptin, which is an antibiotic. She gets half of this tablet. So I'm going to break this in half, leave it over here. So this is slightly different from a liquid medication. I'm just going to put these back in here. Slightly different from a liquid medication because it does require me to crush it. So if you just... She also gets a steroid, but that is once a day, and that is a crushed tablet in liquid, and that is what these little jars are. These are medicines that have been crushed up and dissolved into a solution to give it easier to the rattos. So Cheeky gets her antibiotics just with a bit of Licky Licks. That is super easy to give it that way. Licky Licks is not a really high quality product, and the only time I give my rats Licky Licks is if they're on medication, and usually only the medicine that is either like a tablet like this or is hard to hide, like some of the nastier smelling ones. That's really the only time that I use Licky Licks. So here is the Cheeky Cheekus. Cheeky. So here's the Cheeky. Having her medicine. So she is back on medicine after getting the symptoms back that she had previously. So we ruled out that it was a pituitary tumour because of the scan. She's not liking this. So we ruled out that it was a pituitary tumour because of the scan, but she was not happy. Darling, she's not eating the medicine.
Cheeky.
I'm just going to put her here. Hopefully she'll eat it. Just sit here. Okay. So we ruled out that it was the pituitary tumour because of the scan, but there are other neurological things, so that's why she is back on the steroid and also antibiotics in case it is some sort of infection, most likely like a urinary infection. She is being a naughty girl, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into this little hamster cage with her for her to eat it whilst I make Weighted Baby for everyone. But yeah, that is the segment of medicine with the Weighted Baby for the oldies and those who need to gain weight. I put in this Dr. Squiggles Senior supplement just to help out. And then because of his kidney issues, Chetney also gets Pacatine or Ipacatine. I don't really know how you're supposed to say it, but he gets this, which is helping his kidney function. Hello, so this will be the last clip in this video. I thought this video could be an amalgamation of things that I don't usually share, that do go on pretty frequently here at the Faithful Mischief Better. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I don't generally like to film videos about cleaning because I find filming that type of video really stressful, and as with medicine time as well, it's pretty hectic, so I don't generally feel like filming that. I also don't want people to take like me showing what medications my rats are on at any given time as like medical advice, so I'm a bit hesitant about that as well. And I also don't really talk very much about the rats that have passed away, and that's not that we don't talk about them or that we don't think about them often, which we do, and they're always there on the balcony, especially the buried ones or the ones that I've made memorials out of, but I don't generally show the plants that are in those pots, so I thought that would be nice to show you since it was a nice evening yesterday. So yeah, I hope this video was insightful, helpful, enjoyable, all the things. My pairing is coming up really soon. I don't want to say like exact dates and everything like that because, you know, you never know what the rats will do. We know that up until this point, but breeding plans are going to be going ahead very shortly. I'm very excited about that. There is probably going to be a rat show vlog coming up soon as well. Yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like this video and you want to see more of my content, please do stick around and subscribe, and you can also become a channel member if you want to. Being a channel member will really help me out, but it also gives you a bunch of different perks. Some of the perks on the different levels are a letter from me helping me name my rats, which would be really cool coming up when I have babies to name. Then there's other perks like a merch item, t-shirt situation, priority reply to comments, bunch of stuff. So if you are interested, please do that. If you have any thoughts, feelings, questions, concerns, anything, leave them down in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.